Hi, and welcome to Cat's Corner. I'm Kat Zambito, and today's episode is called Living with My Father, Part 1. I say Part 1 because I've got just a little bit of a hunch that I'm going to need more than one episode to really describe this experience. In my intro episode, I said that I now live with my 84-year-old father, but I didn't explain why. Well, on March 29th, after 13 years of having dementia, my mom passed away. And it was a really, really hard time for all of us, not just because of the circumstances, but also because it was in the middle of this pandemic. So not wanting to have my dad be left alone in the apartment by himself, we had him come to live with us that same night. So our lives kind of changed pretty drastically, and it's taken a little bit of an adjustment. As you can imagine, it's been interesting having him here. So to make him a little bit more comfortable, we got him an Alexa, thinking that he would use it to maybe listen to some music or have him remind him of stuff or, I don't know, normal things. No. My father uses the Alexa to call me about 20 times a day. I'm not joking. He calls me from the minute he gets up to the minute he goes to bed about every little thing. He used to call me when he lived in his own apartment to tell me that he was awake, and that was fine. It was kind of funny because it was like clockwork every day. Well, now his room is 10 feet downstairs from our living area, and he still calls me to either A, tell me he's awake, or B, that he had a rough night and he needs to sleep some more. Okay, newsflash, you don't need to call me for either thing because I can hear you. You are 10 feet away. First of all, there's the sounds. I never knew a person could make so many sounds. When he eats, he hums out loud. Then there's the burping. I mean, this man burps all day long. Every time it happens, he's surprised.
Pardon me.
What does that even mean? But my favorite part is when he walks around or gets in and out of a chair, the grunting. And I'm sure it's hard for him, but it's so dramatic. Oh. But this is my personal favorite, the Elvis, I call it.
Whoa, mama.
Why? What is that? Let's talk about dinner time. So there's the noises that I told you about, but then there's the talking with food in our mouth, like spraying the food out of his mouth and no recognition of it. So I actually have to turn to him and say, Dad, we're trying to teach the kids that it's not okay to talk with food in your mouth. So it would be great if you could set a good example.
Oh yeah, sure thing, Catherine.
And he's also hard of hearing. So he screams when he speaks. And we'll be at dinner, and I'm not even talking to him.
Well, what did you say, Catherine?
Nothing, Dad. I was talking to the boys. What? I couldn't hear you. Dad, nothing. I was talking to the boy. What? Dad, And then there's the handkerchief. I didn't realize that people actually still use a handkerchief. And no, I don't mean like a decorative way. I mean as to blow their nose. Well, we'll be in the middle of dinner, and he'll pull this nasty, wadded up handkerchief out of his pocket and then wrap it back up and put it back in his pocket. And guess who gets to clean said handkerchief? Yeah. Not only that, but he's turned into kind of a food critic, or so he thinks. No meal is ever simple for this man. If he wants scrambled eggs, he wants 3 eggs, milk, chopped up onion, shredded Parmesan cheese, ham, and a side of pepper. This is what he wrote out for me. And for his oatmeal, I kept trying to make it the way he liked, and he kept saying it was good, but it wasn't as good as Barbara used to make it. Now, Barbara was my mom's old aide, and she was an awesome cook. And I'm okay, but I'm not a chef, all right? She used to boil a cinnamon stick in water for 15 minutes, then finely chop up apple, put it in the water with the cinnamon, take the cinnamon stick out, put the oatmeal and the sugar in, and then puree strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries to put on top. Really? Really? Well, I wanted to expand his diet a little bit, and I wanted to eat a little bit healthier, so I introduced my father to avocado toast. And he loved it. I mean, it was like the best thing since sliced bread for him. So about the second or third time I made it, he calls me up from the Alexa and says,
You know, Catherine, I'd like that avocado thing, but this time I don't want you to skimp.
excuse me? Okay. Well, I didn't skimp, and I made him this hearty portion of avocado toast, and I brought it down to him, and I get a call from the Alexa again about 15 minutes later.
You know what, Catherine? I ran out of steam. I can't finish the avocado thing.
Didn't you just tell me not to skimp, I'm thinking? Okay. So I brought it back upstairs, and everybody had already eaten for the day for lunch, so no one wanted it. So I had a piece of it. Then I threw the rest out because, what, you can't keep avocado. It lasts 2 seconds. 20 minutes later, he calls me again from the Alexa.
You still have that avocado thing, Catherine?
No, Dad, I threw it out. It went bad.
Oh, because I'm still hungry.
What? So my dad gets the New York Times during the week because he loves to do the crossword puzzles. Well, one day he calls me up on the Alexa and tells me that he has something he wants to show me. So what he wants to show me is the New York Times dining section. Why, do you ask? Because he thinks it might be fun for me to try some new recipes to switch things up a little bit. What? So I look at the recipes, and the first one is a savory babka with ricotta and herbs. I mean, it sounds lovely. It's just it takes 3.5 freaking hours to make, plus rising time. I was like, hold me back, hold me back. I feel like I wanted to roll the New York Times and whack him across the head with it for even saying that. But it's so genuinely innocent, but equally frustrating at the same time. Now, I love my father dearly. It's just, you know, everybody's got their quirks and their tics, but he seems to have quite a few of them. And these are just a few examples of what it's like to live with this man. So thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, please subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you. Bye.